everybody, Eric Tomko here with Muscle Elements. Couldn't help myself today. Some more news come out, something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Talking about every time I talk about the Truth Protein, our Truth Protein, and explain, what it is, why it came about. Usually talk about a lot of the other BS that goes on in the industry. And yet again, another article came out today about another brand being accused of, allegedly, of amino spiking. And it makes me think, I've been watching this lately, and there's been 10 brands that have been busted for this. And I see these brands still doing all these things, still promoting their protein, still promoting their pre-workouts, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, people are still buying. They did this. This wasn't by accident. This wasn't a mistake. They deliberately spiked their protein. They deliberately lied to you, and they deliberately basically stole money from you. They told you that they were giving you something, and they knowingly didn't give that to you, and they reaped the rewards. They reaped the extra profits and stole money from you. And then it looks like a lot of the consumers are still going, oh, yeah, their protein spiked. I take their pre-workout. So wait a second. Let me get this right. This brand, the man, the company, whoever owns it, has ripped you off deliberately, and you still go buy his pre-workout or his fat burner or any of those other products. You don't just say, you know what, man? You ripped me off. You stole my money. I'm not going to buy your fat burner. If you lied to me about your protein, then the chances are you're lying to me about everything else. And if you're not, well, you don't deserve my business. If you lied to me once, you're done. So anyway, I see all this stuff going out there. When we developed the concept and came up with the concept for the Truth, this had nothing to do with amino spiking. This had everything to do with the fact that it was a blend of protein. It was a blended protein product. And I felt that every other protein product on the market that called itself sustained release or called itself a blend was full of shit. Why? Because I'd go out on a limb and say that 98%, maybe even 99% of the sustained release protein powders out there, the reason why they operate with the proprietary blends and don't tell you this information, how many grams of each source is in their product, is because they knew that if they told you how many grams of each source is in their product, you'd put that thing right back on the shelf where it belonged, and you wouldn't spend the money on it. Because the odds are that 90+% of the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sources of protein in there is mainly just one, most likely the least expensive protein in the formula. That's why this came out. If a brand out there wants to say, oh no, you're wrong, Eric Tomko, our blend is evenly dispersed, prove it. Prove it. And if it is, why aren't you doing this? Why? Why not? So I'll call you, I'm going to tell you you're lying until you prove me otherwise wrong. Now the amino spiking thing, it's just more and more bullshit. Big brands you're seeing getting busted for this. And you, the consumer, need to just write them off altogether. If the brand who you spent money on has spiked their protein, understand it wasn't by accident. They did it deliberately. Go check out priceplow.com and you can see all the brands listed that have been busted for amino spiking. And it's time that if that brand is the brand that you buy their product is on the list, then stop buying their shit.
Father, please forgive me, for I know not what I do.